Hey guys, how you doing? Back on the rooftop after a little bit of a break with the weather. It's another CF cigar review. Today I'm looking at the Romeo by Romeo y Julieta. Had a viewer that was interested in this cigar, and so I have one in my humidor, and I thought I'd take a look at it, give it a try. This is what they call a pyramid size. This is a 52 by 6 1/8. This is an Ecuadorian Habano wrapper. This is Dominican Olor binder and the Dominican Piloto and Olor filler. I believe this is the only Romeo y Julieta cigar that has like a different band from their original, traditional looking band. So you can take a closer look at this. And the stick itself looks nice, dark, chocolatey. It has a little bit of a sheen to it, but it's not overly oily. There are some veins that I can see going on in here. We'll see how that may or may not affect the burn. And has a nice little cedar smell to it. Very nice sweet cedar smell to the stick. So I'm going to get this thing clipped and lit and see what we have going on. Not really sure what to expect, but I am definitely hoping for some maybe earthier tones to come out of this stick. And I'm also expecting it to be kind of a full body stick. So, alright, here we go. Let's see what we have. Just before I light this, I wanted to give a quick opinion of what I'm getting off the unlit draw. Tasting some oak, some wood in there, a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of sweet, maybe raisin. So yeah, I'm going to get this thing lit. So here we go. So just off the initial light here, good amount of smoke output. Definitely say that's full body. Getting some wood, a charred wood tone. A little bit of bite, but it's still smooth. A little bit of, maybe a little bit of cedar in there too. Some darker wood tones right now. A lot of earth in there. It's definitely the earth I was looking for. Really a lot of good smoke output. All right, well, I'm gonna get this thing heated up and see if it changes at all here in the beginning, and we'll go from there. So far, so good. All right, so about 10 minutes in, definitely some changes from the very beginning. Whatever bite and pepper was there in the beginning has diminished. It's kind of I'd say a smooth to creamy, leathery texture. Yeah, that's mainly what I'm getting there. Even some of those wood tones have changed more into almost like a leather, which is very nice. Also, so far, definitely full body. And I'm definitely pulling some strength off this. So as much as I can, I'm somewhat pressed for time, but I'm going to try to take my time with this because it seems like a nice cigar to take my time with and not get floored by. So we'll see how this goes as it proceeds. Getting a little bit of a wonky burn, but nothing too crazy. I think that'll fix itself. And the ash is definitely it's kind of flaky. It's a flaky ash, but it looks good. Everything looks good so far. All right. Okay, about a half hour in, maybe a little more than a half hour. Just wanted to check in with you here. Still kind of about, I'd say like it's got some sweetness going on in there now. Sweet leather, which is nice. Sweet leather and some of those little dark undertones of wood floating around in there as well. Good smoke output, as you can see. The only thing I'd say so far is that it keeps seeming like it wants to tunnel under the wrapper just a little bit. It hasn't been a major issue or anything like that, but I do feel like at times I'm losing a little bit of the wrapper on the draw. Other than that, it's good, and I'm going to keep on going. It's not hitting me as hard as it was in the beginning, but really enjoyable so far. All right. Okay, so just a quick note, right after I did that last little video, I took a closer look at the stick, and it was actually really tunneling very hard. I didn't know it. I kind of was flicking the ash just to see what was going on, and the more I flicked, the more I realized it was tunneling pretty deep. So I hope I corrected it. I knocked some of that off, and I had to touch up the wrapper. I mean, the flavors are still nice. That was just kind of like a weird thing that was going on there. I don't know if it's just a stick or, you know, if it's a common thing. Maybe you guys can let me know in the comments if you've had that issue with this stick or not. But back up and running. I'd say about halfway there. Okay, so I'm down around the band point, and I noticed the tunneling has continued. I did notice one thing I didn't mention early on. The stick is not extremely firm. It's a little mushy. So I don't know if that has something to do with it. If it's because it wasn't packed real tight, if that's why it's tunneling. It's also very windy out here. I don't know if that's affecting the burn. At this point, the flavors are still nice. I think it has heated up a little bit because I'm getting a little bit of bite to it now. It still has that dark. Some of that wood has come back. Some of that dark wood. It still has a little bit of that sweet leather in there. Yeah, definitely still a sweet leather in there, but there is a little bit of bite going on. I wouldn't call it pepper. I just think it's kind of like a little bit of hot tobacco, which kind of makes me wonder if this is tunneling again. I'm pretty sure it's tunneling. I don't know how deep. I'd say maybe that much. So, not the greatest experience with that issue. Otherwise, you know, I'm still enjoying it, and I continue to see how much longer we go with this. All right. So just after that last clip, this cigar actually went out. So that's the second time it's happened now because of the tunneling. I had to knock it off, brush it, and relight it and touch it up. So from an experience standpoint, I'm not having the best experience. I got charred fingers from touching the ash and bumping it off and stuff. But the tobacco flavors are nice. Good smoke output. Just the experience is a little bit off because of the I don't know, the construction or the what's going on with the inside of this, the filler on this stick. So I think that's going to do it for my review. If this goes out again, I'm done with it. I'm not going to really play around with this too much. Still some of that sweet leather in there, but a little bit of work. There were times where I tried to put it down because I'm doing some work over here on my laptop, and I just didn't want to set it down for long because I was afraid it was going to have some issues with it. So it has taken a little bit of work. Let me see here. I think I'm about 50 minutes in. I would have expected this cigar to last a little longer, but I think because I had to work on it to keep it lit, it's, you know, I'm drawing it a little harder than I wanted to. So in the comments below, tell me what you think. I'm going to leave a little bit of a description down there with some final thoughts. And okay, you know, hope see you guys again soon, and happy smoking. Thanks.